Guys, happy April 30th of 2020. So, I'm going to get right to the chase. This morning, I got to do stuff, obviously, for work. I will be running this afternoon. And then in the evening, I will be sitting down and breaking down this 30-day challenge. I'm really excited to share everything with you and super pumped. But generally, I mean, if you've been following along, I just go throughout my day, record little segments here and there. My later video, I'm going to set it up to where it's with the nicer camera and really just break everything down. So this is really going to be the only segment on my iPhone that we will see. But yeah, we did it. 30 days in a row of uploading a video, which is just incredible, and I'm so excited to share everything with you later this evening. But in the meantime, I'm going to continue to keep working today, but I'll be seeing you guys very soon.
That is what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh, guys, we made it. Officially 30 days of consistent uploads. The 30-day video challenge is officially complete, and when you will be watching this, it'll be uploaded on May 1st of 2020, but you could be watching this at any point in the future. So if you managed to watch all the videos in a row, thank you, you did it. This is the last one. If you watched some here and there, still thank you. This is the closing. This is the wrap up. This is the Oscars of the 30-day video challenge, where we go over all the stuff that I just want to talk about, update you on, tell you about, and all these things. But I'm just so proud, and we've made it, and I'm just thankful and excited that you've stuck with me throughout this journey of the 30 days in isolation and quarantine, 30 days of consistent content. So let's just go ahead and break into it. I want to let you know first off that I have a notebook here that I added notes both last night while uploading the April 29th video and throughout the day today while I was taking some breaks from editing for work. I just put a couple notes in here, did some calculations and math just to make sure everything's right. You can fact check me if you want to, but I just want to make sure that I stay on topic and not kind of dilly-dally around or get sidetracked, and then next thing you know, it's like a 25-minute video and you're just like, what was the point of that? Why did I watch it? But yes, 30 days of uploads. The first thing I want to talk about, obviously, is what I learned. So throughout this 30-day video challenge, the main thing I learned was 1, time management, and 2, I am not doing enough on my channel. So in terms of time management, I have been more busier in my life, even more busier than in college throughout this quarantine, self-isolation, isolation process. I luckily and thankfully still have a job. In some regards, I would say that Corona was, for me, a blessing in disguise, because it showed how important it is to have a videographer for a company you work for. But it just was helpful insurance. I was able to still go to work occasionally throughout the week using social distancing and being smart and safe, and record a lot of content, come home, and then work remotely from home both throughout the week and on the weekends to ensure that the content they needed was done on time. After reviews and like comments, I was able to revise it and send it back on time as well. So in a way, this quarantine, the whole Corona thing, has really benefited my career for the company I work for in the department. So I was able to get a lot of stuff done, and in their eyes, look like a really good worker, an employee. I was focused, disciplined, and dedicated, but I managed to get everything done on time. But with that, I also managed to get this video stuff done. I'm saying from the moment I woke up, whether it be through conference calls, shooting stuff, editing, up until the afternoon and sometimes even evening, I still found time to record just little segments of videos for my YouTube channel and upload those. My previous schedule before this whole situation started was welcome to my weekends. That was Friday, Saturday, Sunday content. Edit it by Sunday and get it either uploaded in the evening or sometimes early in Monday. I would do the Off-Brand Comedians motivational live stream on Mondays. I would also do my own personal live stream on Wednesdays. And then after that, that was really it. That was my week. So now I'm going to be breaking into this more with the whole not doing enough come not tomorrow, but the following Friday, when I launch The Chris Seibert Show, a new podcast series where I will be recording 30 minutes, up to 30 minutes, that's as long as this camera can go, but anytime in between from 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, anywhere in that time zone of just my week, some motivation stuff, what's going on in my life, my stock portfolio, tips, just be extremely transparent, talk about my channel, what's really going on, record those Thursday for both a YouTube video and then also for all the podcast streams, both the Google Play Store, Spotify, and then Apple Podcast, and upload those to where it's available first thing Friday morning. So if you're commuting or whatnot, or just aren't able to watch my videos, you'll be able to listen to those anytime. But I'm going to be doing that. I'm also going to be doing a book review once a month that will make me and force me to read at least one book a month and give my overall opinion and review on the book and talk about and what I've learned from it and how I'm going to apply it into my life. So in terms of time management, I've just truly realized that I am lacking completely. I have so much more free time than I think. If I'm able to get done with all this stuff through work, Monday through Sunday, and still have time to upload a video, I can still make dedicated time strictly for YouTube. So time management was crucial. And then also, I had something else that I said that time management was one. See, this is what I'm saying. And then what was the other one? Crap, I cannot remember. Go figure. But time management, I knew was one, and then just not doing enough with my channel. So I guess those two go hand in hand, and I think that's what my two most valued learning things were throughout this process. I also learned during this 30-day challenge, I guess not so much learned, but became a lot more comfortable around the camera. This is the hardest part about making content is people are like, I'm just not comfortable in front of the camera, it's cringy, I can't watch it, blah, blah, blah. To me, I got even more comfortable, and even now what I'm doing is, if people have followed me on my personal Instagram, Chris_Seibert32, I've been recording me in the road with my iPhone for the running challenge, my feet and panning up to the road where traffic's coming, because that is just like the most uncomfortable thing ever, but it's getting me in the habit of getting more comfortable and recording that, so eventually later I'll be able to start recording stuff in public more, maybe not so much speaking, but at least get B-roll and be comfortable with that. So overall, maybe you've already noticed a huge difference in terms of being more comfortable in the camera compared to welcome to my weekends before. Maybe not so much, but for me personally, I feel like I'm now more comfortable in front of the camera. The next thing that I've learned throughout this process is that my editing has gone up tremendously, and that's a lot, honestly, not to do also so much with YouTube, but with work. I've pushed out close to probably 35 videos in the last 6 weeks for work. So yeah, that's a lot. And then also on top of YouTube, this is now going to be the 30th video. So if you can think of all the videos I've just been pumping out consistently, I open Premiere, I put the footage in there, and I'm just, I got like 12 hands just typing on the keyboard really quickly and using my mouse. But to be completely honest, with the 30-day challenge, I'm sure a lot of you people out there who watch this content maybe see or realize it's really, you don't need too much effort. And I do that on purpose because, again, my whole message with this whole YouTube thing is to really impact you, inspire you, motivate you to use a lot of these free, not only websites, but social platforms to put yourself out there and try to earn revenue on top of your income or salary or hourly, whatever kind of employee, I don't know your pay status, but there's a lot of more ways out there to make additional money than what you probably think. So just being active in that regards. But yes, in terms of editing, it's just gone up crazy. And I know my videos haven't been like, there hasn't been drones and all this cinematic color correcting stuff and all that. I don't really want to be the best videographer. I don't plan on being the best videographer. I just want to record content and put it on my channel and just leave it there. You know what I mean? Like, to me, it doesn't need to be the most beautiful thing ever. People will watch it if they want to watch it. They don't have to watch it, but at least it's another sort of content or piece of video out there that you have access to. So if you want to watch and see what the video is about, you can. I feel like you don't need to spend 8 hours recording throughout the day and then spending another 8 additional hours making it the most beautiful ever, because if you only get 6 views and 1 dislike, all that time you spent was not really for nothing because you learned a lot, but you're not going to be as mentally happy or satisfied with that product, and it's going to frustrate you. And unfortunately, that's not the route you want to go. You want to make sure that what you're doing, you're having fun with and enjoying. And that's what with me, my whole iPhone thing, if I record a couple segments out of the day, put it together, put it up online, it's completely fine. But I've gotten a lot quicker with editing. That is something I've learned throughout this video day challenge, the 30-day video challenge. Another big thing that I've also learned, and I kind of struggled with this throughout the month, day to day. Some days were worse than others, but it got to a point of it was like not so much repetitive, but it was like, what do I shoot today? How is today's video going to be different than tomorrow's? What do I need to say? This leads me to my most important part, and something I hope you guys out there who, if you decide to eventually start doing YouTube or have some type of creative hobby you'd like to pursue, say podcasting, music, video creating, or whatever, just press the record button and shoot, sing, speak, because you can hype yourself up to like the highest degree and be like, oh, I'm going to do this, like I'm all excited about it, but it's that level of actually doing it, and then it's scary because it's like, I'm not good enough, I don't think it's going to be that good, no one's going to listen to it, I look ridiculous. I learned that each day that as long as I pressed the record button and got myself to do that, I actually had content for the day. If you just continue to think, well, today's not the day, I'll start tomorrow. That's not good, I can't post that. It's not worth it. No, just put it out there regardless. Who cares? And don't wait, just go for it, do it. And I think that a lot of times we struggle, us creative people, because it's like, well, I don't know what to do in this bedroom. Like, I just don't know. Me thinking, well, I have this bedroom, I might as well start with just recording, talking. Maybe I'll want to get another shot, or maybe it'll inspire me to talk about something else in this bedroom. So just play around with it. Just go for it. Record it. Don't hold yourself back. Don't think it's going to be bad. Just go for it. But that was most of the things I learned throughout this 30-day challenge, was just a lot of those key things. So I'm really proud that I was able to do that and learn those things. But next, I want to segue and talk about the numbers. A little bit of the data, get more into my personal finance situation, about what we talked about when we first opened on April 1st. In terms of numbers, this 30-day challenge brought me 3 new subscribers. One individual I knew, 2 other individuals I don't think I know at all, or I've never met in real life. So it was cool to see that because I uploaded 30 videos, every 10 videos I ended up gaining 1 subscriber, which is awesome and great. And hopefully, the long-term goal is that as I continue to keep uploading content, it's going to get better, obviously. But to reach more of a bigger audience and be able to share that and talk to the audience and see what you guys like, what you don't like, you know what I mean? Just bounce ideas off of one another. And then even go as so far as maybe at some point like communicating, whether it be through social media or, Skype, Zoom, the options are limitless. But it was cool to see that I actually gained new subscribers from doing this challenge, and I'm super thankful for that as well. Out of the first time, so we revitalized the channel late January, early February. We've been doing the live streams, we've been doing the Welcome to My Weekends, but all of these 30 videos up to this point in time has generated, or I guess on my channel alone, allowed me to upload a total of 52 videos. So before I was at Welcome to My Weekends, which I think I was at 10 or 11, or because I've had to postpone it just because I've done the live streams, but 30 additional videos. The more content I have, the easier it is for people to find. That's how it works through impressions. So 52 videos in just the last few months total. That is insane. I don't think anybody knows how crazy that is, but that's such a huge number. In terms of like other big data points, this month alone, I've had 301 total views, almost a day watched in total hours, 20.2 hours. The average watch time per video, I guess, out of this whole month or overall has been 4 minutes and 1 second. And then lastly, my videos this month, there's been 4,150 impressions. And what I mean by an impression is when people search something on YouTube, the video pops up and they scroll past it, or it's in the related feed and that my video's there so they can click on it, or they just Google something and it just so happens to be there. That's an impression. And yeah, eyes have passed my videos 4,150 times. So it is just insane how many times that's happened. But the last thing I want to point out too, before we get into the finance situation, is that I was really going to be surprised what my breakthrough video or breakout video was this month, because I did 30 different videos. I did all kinds of stuff. I did my budget with personal finance. I also did, how to find motivation. I talked about a story from my journal. I talked about how video games and when I first started, that inspired me. So I talked about a lot of personal stuff. I figured one of those would be like a huge hit. What ended up being my top video for the 30-day challenge was my $10 cravings deal video from Taco Bell, which was just not too long ago on April 24th. And every day I see that more and more people are watching that video, and I'm just like, seriously? You know what I mean? Like, it just goes to show, click the record button, because you don't know what people are going to want. But I was like, out of all the cool stuff that I made, the Taco Bell one was the hit. But I can't complain. I think it's funny. I think it's up now to over 50 views. So it's super funny to me. But regardless, yeah. So this is an exciting piece of information and something that I'm sure a lot of you will be like, oh, dang, good for you, or hopefully inspire you to start looking into the market. But on April 1st at 2:13, I screenshotted my Robinhood portfolio. Robinhood is what I use to invest and buy stocks with, but at the time, my portfolio value was $7,483.82. Unfortunately, I was on a conference call today, kind of forgot, so I ended up screenshotting a little bit afterwards. I want to say it was at like 2:16, 2:18 p.m. in the afternoon, so I missed the exact mark by just a few minutes. But my current portfolio value here on April 30th is $10,398.55. So that's just an astronomical increase. However, don't get too excited, because during this month, I ended up adding to my portfolio $1,110. Now, the reason for that was because a lot of beneficial things happened to me, which I'm super thankful for, and that's why some of the metrics are going to be off this month, because it's not totally true, but I did end up getting close to a $500 bonus for work. I also got the $1,200 stimulus check. I also got paid twice because I'm still working, so I ended up grossing this month $2,591.54. So that on top of the $1,200 stimulus check, the $500 bonus, and then I also think I got like a $90 state tax return from my original tax return that I got like in March. So overall, I had a lot of extra revenue come in this month, so that's really not fair. However, though, if we were to subtract the $1,110 from my overall portfolio, which I said I invested in, I ended up grossing within the past 30 days $1,804.73. Insane. So at the end of the month, if we were to do this like a regular, like, oh, how much did I make this month? So I grossed without any other revenue streams. This is no bonus, no any of that. I make $2,591.54. Okay? So if I were to subtract $1,110 from my whole monthly salary, I would have ended up having left over $1,481.54. However, with my portfolio value added from my stocks this month, I ended up making $3,286.27. Overall, that would be an increase from my total monthly salary of $694.73. It's crazy. That's great. And that also includes this month no side business projects. So there's still a a lot of work to be done in terms of, money related things, but overall it's been a really good solid month for me. And the thing with the stock market, I want you guys to realize, is that price is not set in stone. The stock market is extremely volatile, so it could have gone down this month. I could have ended up losing a lot of money. Luckily I had a green month, but I've been investing a lot the past few months because the market has been really bad. And the best time to buy is when it's bad, because once it corrects itself, I'm not saying it's going to correct itself next month, the following month, next year, 2 years, but the fact that I'm planting these seeds now, the moment it does go back to where it was just a while ago when the stock market was extremely hot, I'm going to be making some very, very good money. So I've been just putting in so much money since I'm not able to go out to the bars, not be able to really do anything else. So I've been investing a lot of money into the stock market. But overall, a very, very good green month. And I've also learned, as you continue to keep adding more and more money to your stock account with all that compounding, it's going to go up quicker, faster, and stronger. And it could go the other way as well. It can go down quicker. But overall, I'm very excited and very thankful for that. So that was cool to see the progress that I had by screenshotting my portfolio on April 1st to screenshotting it now, and I think that's super cool. To wrap up, and my final thoughts for this challenge before I break into my, I just want to see the timing. Oh, we're doing great. Sorry about that. I just wanted to check and make sure, because I can only record up to 30 minutes. I still have 10 minutes left. But my final thoughts before I talk about the journal entries, if you've been following along every single day, you notice that I read at the end from the Grand Running Club 30-day challenge, my journal entry that I wrote down. What's cool about this challenge is it's all video based, so I can go back and rewatch the videos and kind of see how my whole month was and just talk about it. But the biggest thing for me is just enjoying the process. I had fun doing this, and it wasn't something that was forced. There was some days where I was super busy and I was like, oh, I haven't recorded much today, I need to film something. But it was fun, and it was exciting to, after getting done editing work-related stuff, just import my iPhone clips, or whether it be from the Sony a7R III, just sit down and be like, okay, this isn't stressful. Like, I can just do it how I want to and then upload it. It's not a big deal. So it was cool to just, chillax and enjoy the process and have fun with it. Another final thought was, again, going back to just press the record button and don't wait. Don't stress. Don't overthink things. Don't think that because you didn't get that perfect shot or you're not satisfied with all the content you collected throughout the day, make the most of it and just have fun with it. People are going to enjoy it regardless. It may not get that certain amount of views that you're hoping for, that certain number of comments or likes, but at the end of the day, give yourself a pat on the back because you ended up facing your fear and posting it regardless, and that's fantastic and awesome. So don't overthink it. Lastly, and the most important, crucial part of this whole thing is just being yourself. Me, I went in April 1st, I rewatched and I laughed because I just have throughout the week, I'm just a totally different person, Like, I was just so concentrated on all right, so you're gonna see how I am in the real world, and from a Monday to Friday perspective compared to the welcome to my weekends where I'm usually drinking and just goofing around, but things are going to be serious. And you did get to see a lot of seriousness, but at the same time too, you got to see a lot of corny and goofiness. And throughout this whole month, the real big key indicator and really why I wanted to do this was the fact that you'd get to know me more on a personal level. It was like you're my roommate for a month. You get to see, what's going on throughout my day, me talking to you, and just having fun. And I don't plan on changing or being somebody else, but also, I'm super laser focused, dedicated, and still trying my best to either impact or inspire you to do something, you know what I mean? Because we got one shot at this and one opportunity, and I just don't want people that I know to get in the rat race of being complacent and just living check to check and going through the day when there's so much opportunity and fun out there, and you have so much additional ways of making so much money. And I just want you guys to think about that more before you make a final step or just do your 9 to 5, because no one wants that. Everyone wants to live and travel and have fun and not worry about money and buy what they want to buy. And we'll be talking about a lot more about that on the Chris Seibert Show come next Friday. But just be yourself. Just have fun with it. So those were my notes that I have written down for the 30-day challenge. There's going to be a lot of picture-in-picture that I'll have to do after this in Premiere, but I'm fine with that. Let me talk about my notes that we have here on my phone from the 30-day challenge, and we can just talk about this really quickly because of time. Number 1, before starting a goal, think deeply as to why and what you'll personally gain after reaching it. Money, followers, materialistic items won't make you happy if that's what you're seeking. My goal was to double 75 miles in 31 days. I wanted to prove to myself that after my rough patch, I was stronger mentally than I ever been in my entire life. However, once I got to 150 miles, nothing truly changed. It was then that I realized the process is more important than the outcome. Enjoy the chase, and don't assume you need to obtain your goal as fast as possible. You can make all the money and have all the followers and nice things, but the moment you get it, you'll realize you're still you, just financially better, more popular, or have nice items. You'll be excited and you'll be happy and excited for some time, but it doesn't cure everything. Make sure that what you're doing is for yourself and have fun. Don't be afraid to track your progress and see how much you change for the better. Journal number 2. Depending on the goal, it will be extremely difficult in the beginning. You must not stop. No excuses. Don't let your brain trick or fool you, because the moment you do, it'll be too late. The first week of running was awful, mostly because my brain was fighting myself. It told me when I was tired, when I should stop, why I should stop posting my progress on social media, and sometimes pain would spread in certain areas, ankle, calves, blisters. The harder I pushed myself though, the negativity surrounding my brain began to loosen up. Along with that, the process became easier and easier. If you can manage to fight it the first couple weeks, it's smooth sailing from there on out. Another valid point that also plays into this role is change. This is something I never would have truly done because I hate being annoying, but I've lost followers on social media because of this challenge. But you can't please everyone, so be aware and don't be hard on yourself. It's just a part of life. We have another one. Okay, so we have 3, 4, and then a little closing statement. Sorry, I'm reading through these so fast. Number 3, time is your most valuable asset. You literally get 24 hours in one day, so make sure you choose your time accordingly. If you're not making time to work for your goal each day, you don't want it bad enough. This cannot be stressed enough, and it's very important. Do you remember seeing the obstacles I went through? Broken treadmills, running outside, getting up at 4 a.m., investing in better running gear and aid, getting a gym membership, running after work, running on the weekends, running with pain. I wanted to reach 150 plus miles so bad, and I did anything I could to get there. If you can't find the time in a day, then you really got to reconsider. It's not supposed to be easy. It has to be everything. Journal number 4. You can't succeed if you're too focused on yesterday or excited to start tomorrow. It starts now, one day at a time. You get to choose how to live your day from when you wake up until you go to sleep, so make every second count. I say this because a lot of times many of us regret things we did in the past and dwell on it or extend periods of time, or get excited about the future and what we're heading or where we're heading, but forget about right now. At the beginning of this challenge, I thought about the past most days and why I wouldn't reach 150 plus. Then closer to the halfway point, I thought about the future and if I could really finish. It wasn't until I kept telling myself, today this, today that, today I'm doing this, and tonight I'm doing that. You gotta remind yourself that you can't change yesterday and you can't predict tomorrow. It all starts now. Thank you everyone for watching my story and rooting me on in the first 29 days of 2020. It's really going to be an exciting year. Okay, so that's a lot to unpack in the minutes we have left. I'm sorry. I didn't want to make this super long, but it's just going to have to be this way. I'm going to pretty much wrap up with this statement though. A lot of that had to do with essentially what I just talked about in a lot of ways, I feel like. So if you need to go back, you can pause the video. But again, the key takeaway, and I've been doing so many of these 30-day challenges, it seems like each month, just because pushing yourself and being disciplined and forcing yourself to do something for 30 consecutive days, you just learn so much about yourself. And it's amazing because you will realize that your mind is your biggest enemy. It's not anyone else. You will soon realize that you don't care what anybody else thinks about you, how you live your life, what you do. It's just this piece of thing, this little guy in here that's telling you can't do that, you're not good enough, no one agrees with you, you're annoying, no one likes you, which is just the most negative, hurtful thing in the world. But the moment you can break that spirit and fight off that negative energy, you'll soon be like, man, I'm living. But no, I'm just really happy with the way the 30-day challenge went overall. I'm very, very, very excited for the future, knowing now and understanding that, okay, I do have a lot of free time. Starting a podcast and getting more ears or chances for people to find that and listen to me and maybe consider coming to this YouTube channel and begin watching my content. Thinking about soon investing into a PC rig where I can live stream video games and get back into gaming again, both using the program Restream through OBS, so that way I can stream on YouTube, Twitch, many different social platforms, and getting, again, additional eyeballs to come to this channel. The biggest chase right now is getting 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible, along with the appropriate amount of watch time hours, and then begin to monetize, and then I can start basing my budget around. Oh my God, I about just had like the biggest stroke / panic attack / death story ever, because I turned to look back at the camera when I previously looked at it a while ago, and it was like fine, there was 10 minutes left, but I didn't look at the battery. Such a mistake. And then when I came after closing the video and finishing my last words, I looked back and it said battery exhausted or battery dead or something, and I was like, where did it stop? So I went back and watched it, and luckily I was finishing like my last couple sentences. But basically, budgeting properly, so where you can go from monetizing my videos back into investing into the YouTube and doing all kinds of YouTube related donation, like just all kinds of stuff with that, as well as my side business and budgeting for that, my salary and budgeting with like just all these different revenue streams. So overall, in terms of that, it's going to segue into, boom, the Chris Seibert Show, the podcast weekly series where I really dive deep into that kind of stuff. And I'm really excited to see how that goes. And I kind of am a fan of not publicizing really anything. I am going to get back in the habit of uploading more content on the Christopher Seibert, my personal Instagram. I've been kind of not posting a lot so much, but there's not really good content I want to share on that. Definitely going to get some bits from this video, particularly on there, and start posting daily again on that. But I will be sharing my podcast stuff on that platform, probably not on Twitter, just YouTube and my Instagram, and that's really it. So, guys, I cannot express it enough. Like, thank you for everything that you do. Thank you for the support. You have no idea what it really means to me, and it really just makes me excited. I mean, I'm doing this for you, and I hope that I'm impacting and inspiring you and getting you guys to act on something and start considering ideas of making additional income. And it's not so much about the money, but it's just a thought and idea, because you want to live your happiest and best life. You really do. You don't want to be chasing the 9 to 5 and living check to check. No one wants to do that until they, are in their deathbed. You want to have fun. You want to travel. You want to buy nice things you like. You don't want to be financially stressed out. You want to be able just to live a nice, happy life. And that's what we're trying to achieve with this. But anyways, the future is bright. I'm super excited to have you guys along. I hope you enjoyed the 30-day video challenge and got to know me a little bit better and enjoyed it. And you never know, we might be doing something like this again in the near future. But in the meantime, we'll be going back to Welcome to My Weekends, the Wednesday How's Your Week Going? Grab a drink and let's talk live stream, the new podcast series coming out that I will be announcing and doing. It'll be posted next Friday. And then lastly, we'll be doing the book review. And then eventually, hopefully, in the future, once I have all of my business new gear that I have on a wish list getting ready to order, I will have a custom PC rig, which will then, I will get an Elgato capture card, plug it into the PC, and make this room essentially, depending on if a friend ends up moving in or not, decking this room out and just making it a full video studio. So it's looking pretty good. But thank you guys as always. I will be seeing you very soon. Stay safe, and thanks.